Hello everyone, Dzień dobry, and welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be traveling to the charming coastal city of Gdansk in northern Poland, right on the Baltic Sea. We'll explore the old town with its colorful historic buildings, eat some amazing food, and show you more of what the city has to offer during our 24-hour trip to Gdansk. So we actually flew in from the nearby city of Wrocław. Super quick, just about an hour in the air. Then we grabbed a boat ride, which took us around 28 minutes, straight into the city center where we were staying, which made for an easy and smooth start to our trip. For lunch, we stopped at Targ Rybny, which is a seafood restaurant with an outdoor terrace and a beautiful view of the Motława River. We learned this area used to be an actual fish market, dating back to the Middle Ages, but now is a wonderful spot to enjoy some of the fresh Baltic seafood right here on the water. We had the fresh halibut and sea bass entrees. Both were absolutely delicious and the service was outstanding. The prices were very reasonable also. Highly recommend this place for lunch or even dinner. If you have some time to walk around, they also have a beautiful carousel here along the riverfront. The walk along the riverfront here is stunning, lined with colorful homes, cafes, and restaurants where you will see many people strolling along, especially in the summer. We'll be coming back here a little later in the video to show you what the riverfront looks like in the evening. A short walk away from the water is Dlugi Targ, also known as the Long Market Square here in Gdansk. The square is home to the Old Town and is one of the most beautiful streets in Poland. Although it was heavily damaged during World War II, the Old Town was actually reconstructed from photos and paintings. Even today, it remains a vibrant square with street performers lined with cafes, shops, and hotels. Definitely a must visit when here in Gdansk, Poland. Walking distance from the square is St. Mary's Basilica. Completed in 1502, and still an active Roman Catholic church, it stands as one of Gdańsk's most iconic landmarks and also one of the largest brick churches in the world. Although it was damaged in World War II, it too was restored. Inside the church, near the altar, you will see one of its most unique features, a 15th century astronomical clock that still works today. For a small fee, you can even climb the 400 steps up to the observation tower at the top of the church. Keep in mind though, some of the steps are a bit steep, so plan on wearing good walking shoes when climbing up the tower. Make sure you work out your legs before you come to this basilica, because this staircase is no joke. From the top, you will see sweeping panoramic views of the Old Town and the Motława River below. This seemed to be a popular tourist activity, especially in the summer. So just be patient, you may have to wait a bit before you see an unobstructed view. This is definitely worth waiting for though, if you're into photography or appreciate architecture. Tucked right behind St. Mary's Basilica, another must-visit here in Gdansk is the famous Mariacka Street. Lined with cobblestones and historic buildings, it's also the best place to shop for Baltic amber, as this is home to the amber capital of the world. You'll find everything from delicate jewelry to bold statement pieces, which make for great unique gifts and souvenirs to take home. At the opposite western end of the town square is the Golden Gate. Today, you will see many restaurants and cafes in this area. As we walk through the gate, imagine this was built in the 1600s and once welcomed Polish kings and dignitaries into the city center. With its beautifully restored, colorful buildings, it truly feels like you're stepping back in time and is still one of the most charming pedestrian streets in Europe.
Check this out. This is the view of the main square. It's not really a square, it's like a long stretch, but it starts here at the Golden Gate and it goes all the way at another gate. I forgot the name, but we'll put it for you. The whole walk is about 10 minutes, but you'll probably take 2 hours to do it because there's so many things going on. Bars, restaurants everywhere, sites, there's a fountain in the middle, the town hall is there, everything is right here. Great view, come check it out.
So one thing I wanted to point out about coming to Poland, don't be scared to come here if you don't speak Polish. I don't speak Polish, Robbie doesn't speak Polish. I think it goes a long way to learn a few phrases in their language because they'll feel appreciated and you'll learn a new word and it'll help you communicate around the world. But they do speak English here very well, and a lot of other countries too, so if you do speak English, you'll get by quite well here. Don't have to worry about not knowing Polish. Point. 400 stairs to get to the top. It's doable.
Right in the middle of the square is Neptune's fountain, another of the city's most iconic landmarks. Built in the 17th century as a tribute to Neptune, god of the sea, and a symbol of Gdańsk's long history as a maritime trading center. We were fortunate to stay in a hotel located right in the square, which made it so easy for us to walk to everything. Make sure you stay tuned for a little later in the video. We're going to come back to the town square and show you some nightlife later on. At the opposite ends of the long market square is the Green Gate, influenced by Dutch architecture and built in the 16th century. It was actually designed to host visiting monarchs. Today, it is home to the National Museum. Once you walk through the Green Gate, you'll be back at the Motława River Embankment with its colorful waterfront buildings. It's the perfect mix of old world charm and modern energy. This is the perfect place to take an afternoon or evening stroll where you will find vibrant cafes, street art, and merchants along with boats drifting by on the water.
It's beautiful here. amazing. The sun sets in the summer around almost 10 o'clock, so it's just after 8:30, so very nice. Everyone comes out here with their kids, a lot of street performers, tons of restaurants. You should definitely make this a big part of your trip when you come here.
Check out these restaurants.
For such a small city, Gdansk seems to have so much going on. In our opinion, one night here is doable, but probably not enough if you really want to linger and soak it all in. Do yourself a favor and stay for at least 2 nights. The waterfront is absolutely serene and beautiful to take in. It almost looks like a painting. While you're walking along the waterfront, you cannot miss this unique structure, the Gdansk Crane, known as Żura in Polish. Built in the 15th century, it functioned as a port crane to load heavy cargo onto its ships. It was powered entirely by humans, walking in a human hamster wheel. Today, it is retired, but you can still visit up close at the Maritime Museum. You can even have a seat at Oscar's bench, built in the honor of the famous Nobel Prize winning author Günter Grass. Here's another closer view of the Gdansk Crane. It's truly amazing how historic yet beautifully modern this city is. Really take your time to stroll along the waterfront and stop at one of the bars or restaurants along the way. We stopped at Jeniza Jedzenia I Wina and sat outside along the river. It's the perfect place to enjoy some local Polish beer and people watch from the patio. This restaurant also has some fantastic food. We ordered the smoked Dutch herring on potato cakes and the shrimps in butter and wine sauce. Both were super fresh and full of flavor. If you're into great food and a stylish spot with local flair, this place is a must. Now we're back at Dlugi Targ, the town square, to show you some of the nightlife in Gdansk, which is absolutely worth checking out. At night, the buildings and cobblestone streets begin to glow, and there's this cozy, romantic vibe in the air. As you can see, the street performers here march well into the evening, making for a lively vibe here in the town square. If you're looking for some fun after-hours drinks, Flisak 76 is a fun cocktail bar located nearby the town square. It feels whimsical with creative, magical, circus-themed cocktails, which makes you feel like you're stepping into an old-time storybook. Montownia Food Hall is a good option for some late-night food. Located about a 7-minute drive from the town square, you can easily reach this with an inexpensive Uber. It has tons of cool stalls serving different types of street food. Also, they have beer and craft drinks with a relaxed and chill vibe. We shared some pad thai and pho, which we were not expecting to find in Poland, but both were very tasty. Alright guys, that's a wrap on our quick 24-hour adventure in Gdansk, Poland. We hope you loved exploring this beautiful city with us and you add it to your own travel list. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be taking you to Wrocław next, another great city in Poland. Thanks for watching and see you next time.